Good evening, Spiritual Life Center. Welcome to our 2016 Candlelight service. What a year it's been. What do you think about that? Yes. Well, we're here tonight to celebrate a great light that was born in human form. And this story has been told throughout the ages. And this baby, Jesus, came to the earth to show us, to be an example for us, becoming the Christ and showing us that the Christ light is within all of us and demonstrates for us how we can do greater works than he has done. So this is our time now. So this is what we're celebrating tonight. So down through the ages, there's been so many beautiful songs written about this story, and we'd like to invite you to begin this evening singing a little bit with us to some familiar Christmas carols.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to Christmas Candlelight Service, and we greet you tonight in the name of the Christ nature which is in each of you, and in the warm and loving spirit of this community, Spiritual Life Center.
And we'd like to begin by connecting with the presence and the power and the love of pure spirit. We know it's in this presence that we live and move and have our very beingness in. We come together to remind each other of the truth of who and what we are, to activate and remember our true identity, that we are expressions of the Christ, that part of God within each and every one of us. And we know that this presence that is beyond words contains everything that is good and perfect, all the qualities of this presence, the peace, the love, the joy, the wisdom, the health, the vitality, and vigor. And as we make these qualities the activities of our awareness, as we remind each other of those qualities that we all possess, then we can say, as the presence of God, as the presence of the Christ presence that says, when you see me, you see the presence that sent me. So we declare this evening to be a holy moment, a holy instant, to remind each other that the Christ in you is indeed the hope of glory. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
So we want to start tonight by introducing our musicians and soloists. And first is the woman who has been orchestrating this entire event, our wonderful director of music and arts ministry, Paula Mandela. And behind our celestial plane here, we have our SLC choir with LeJean Walker, conductor. Our musicians tonight are Paula Mandela and Victor Sparks. Our sound and light techs are Ira Mandela, Gil Wright, and Celia Coughlin-Surridge. And our soloists in order of appearance are the Inner Light Ensemble, J.G., Harvey McDaniels, Kelly Poland, Heather Astai, Mary Rupp, and LeJean Walker, David DeMario, and Ann Roach.
Thank you. And I'd like to share with you our readers for this evening. Mary will be Celia Coughlin-Surridge, Joseph, J.G., the Manger, Sally Skion, the Shepherd, Ray Jenkins, the Angel, Christine Boughton, the Star, Rosemary Miles, the Wise Man, Ira Mandela, and the Christ Child, Keenan Chatton. Did I get everyone? Okay.
So our candlelight service this evening is a sacred and contemplative service, and it's an opportunity for all of us to go within. And there are a few things that we want you to know before we start to support your experience. So first, of course, if you have a cell phone, please silence it now. And to preserve the meditative feeling of this service, we will be receiving the love offering early in the program, and we ask that you hold your applause during the service. We will not have fellowship in the courtyard after the program tonight, so at the conclusion, we ask that you exit and please travel home safely.
Somebody wants to get back and ready for Santa.
Yeah. Everyone should have received a candle from one of our ushers when they came in. So if you did not receive a candle, please raise your hand and the ushers will bring one to you now.
Just leave your hand up and candles are being distributed.
So when we get to the point of the service when it's time to share the flame, the ushers will come up and light their candles from our Christ candle, and then they will go to each row and light a candle at the end of the row. And then you will pass the flame from one person to another. Keep in mind that dripping wax is very hot, and we have a method for passing the flame here. So if James has the lit candle, you will keep it upright if you have the lit candle, and then the unlit candle tips to meet the flame. So that's the technique.
Very well explained.
So now it is time to prepare for the receiving of our love offerings. So please take your gift in your hand and just hold it for a moment and infuse it with that spirit of joy and abundance and all the gifts of this holiday season. And please repeat the blessing with me. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate.
Thank you, God.
And then, there we go. In this Christmas season, we not only celebrate the birth of the great teacher, Jesus of Nazareth, we also celebrate and reaffirm the Christ spirit within each of us. We remind ourselves that the wonderful qualities that Jesus exemplified are qualities we each possess. And so the Christmas story is not just a story about an event that took place long ago and far away. It isn't a tale about the birth of one extraordinary child in a humble manger. The Christmas story describes the birthing of the highest potential in each of us every day. It is your story and my story. We will tell you the story tonight as it is narrated in the Gospels, adding characters to express the deeper spiritual meanings of these events. We invite you to sit back and absorb this story as the truth of your own being. We invite you to allow our characters to be symbols of the wondrous Christ qualities within you. We invite you to experience the Christmas story as your own spiritual birth.
And the scriptural references in which the story is based come from Isaiah, the 9th chapter, verses 2 and 3, and verses 6 and 7. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwelt in the land of the shadow of death, upon them a light has shined. You have multiplied the nation and increased its joy. They rejoice before you, according to the joy of harvest, as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace, there will be no end. Upon the throne of David and over his kingdom, to order it and establish it with judgment, and from that time forward, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. The angel Gabriel was sent from God unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and said, Hail Mary, O favored one, the Lord is with you. Do not be afraid, Mary, For you have found favor with God. And behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus.
I represent Mary, the mother of Jesus. I am the perfect love that fills your soul. I am the divine feminine in you. I am that in you which desires to see only good come to you and every other creature in the universe. I am that in you which never wants to hurt in any way. For I am open and receptive only to what is good and true. I am the purest and most gentle aspect of the love in your heart.
Yet I am strong, because all the power of good in the universe is with me and supports me. I am the kindness and sweetness of your nature, out of which will be born the understanding for your true self, a beloved child of God.
Now it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be enrolled. And all went to enroll themselves, everyone to his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, to enroll himself with Mary, who was betrothed to him, being great with child.
I represent Joseph, the husband of Mary. I am the strength and wisdom within you that propels and guides you to the love within your soul. Others suggest that I should separate myself from this love, that this love is making a fool of me, but I cannot do this, for I am only satisfied and complete when I am joined in love. I will never desert the love in your heart, and I will always nourish and support the new and good that is to come from our union.
Go to sleep, my son. This manger for your bed. You have a long road before you, so rest your little head. Can you feel the weight of your glory? Do you understand the price? Or does the Father guard your heart for now, so you can sleep tonight? Go to sleep, my son. Go and chase your dreams. This world can wait for one more moment. Go and sleep in peace. I believe the glory of heaven is lying in my arms tonight. So Lord, I ask that you, for just this moment, simply be my child.
And it came to pass, while they were there, the days were fulfilled that Mary should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and she wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn.
I represent the manger where the baby Jesus was laid. I am evidence that wherever you put forth your best, you make of it a holy place. God is not only found in the grand and important places, no matter how ordinary the surroundings or how unimportant the occasion seems. You can always trust God, who will protect you and bless you. Think of me each time you are called upon to do your best, even though the situation may not seem quite worthy of you. Or even in the most humble surroundings, God is there.
were shepherds in the same country, abiding in the field and keeping watch by night over their flock.
I represent the shepherd of your thoughts. I am those simple, natural tendencies within you which abide in the field of your mind. I watch to see that you are comforted and protected. I gently but firmly bring you back to right, harmonious thinking when you are in danger of going astray. I am not the highest in you, but I am quick to acknowledge and joyfully surrender to your highest and best self. I am among the first to know when you have come to the joyful realization of who and what you really are.
And an angel of the Lord stood by them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them. They were afraid.
I represent the angel who brings good tidings of great joy. I am those radiant thoughts which come to you directly from the mind of God. Through me, God tells you that you have cause for joy and joy only. My news is always joyful because it concerns wonderful truths of your being. I tell you of your divine self. I tell you of all the peace and happiness that you will encounter. I tell you that you are one with all people. And I tell all people that they are now and forever one in God.
And the angel said unto them, Do not be afraid, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all the people. For there is born to you this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord. And this shall be the sign to you. Ye shall find a babe wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. Now when Jesus was born, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we saw his star in the east, and we have come to worship him.
I represent the star which guided the wise men. I am your intuition. Sometimes I appear to you as a dim flicker of light in the sky of your mind. But as you recognize me and follow me, I become brighter and more familiar and radiate light from your heart. God has given me a special gift, a guiding light to lead you to your highest good. Trust me, follow me, for I will not fail you or lead you astray. I am attracted to only the good and the true.
We saw a star and followed it from the east. We've come so far to get here. We held one hope that we might find a king. How could we know that he would be God with us? Emmanuel, come to us. A light for all the world abides with us in this little boy. Who could know we'd find the eternal one born into time? This baby child is God with us. We brought him gold and frankincense and myrrh, when riches untold he left behind. We brought our best to celebrate a king who left his throne so he could be God with us. Emmanuel, come to us. A light for all the world abides with us in this little boy. Who could know we'd find the three somehow intertwined? This baby child is God with us. In all our wisdom we came to seek a king, but how do you prepare to meet the Lord? In all my wildest hopes I never even dreamed what the star was truly pointing toward, and who the star was truly shining for.
Star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright.
Westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. God with us, Emmanuel, come to us, a light for all the world abides with us in this little boy who could know we'd find the Creator born Redeemer of mankind. And the hand of God is reaching out for mine. This baby child is God with us. Mary's baby child is God with
And lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the child was. And when the wise men saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy.
I represent the wise men from the east. I am all those hidden and buried powers deep within you, powers of which you were so long unaware. As soon as I came, you came to a new realization of your wonderful true self. I came to you as further evidence of the great spiritual resources that have always been within you. I bring you the gifts of newly discovered truths about yourself. My gold shows the richness of your spiritual nature. My frankincense shows the beauty of your true character. My myrrh shows the eternal perfection of your life in God.
And they entered in and saw the young child with Mary, his mother. And they fell down and worshipped him. And opening their treasures, they offered unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
I represent the Christ child. I am the sum of all good, which is the real you. I am the love in your heart, the wisdom in your mind, and the peace in your soul. You have given me birth out of your very own nature, just as Spirit created you out of itself. I am that in you which blesses you and gives new meaning and purpose to your life. Now, because of Christmas, you have realized that you and I are really one, that we are eternally one in God.
somehow help me see with heaven's eyes. And before my head agrees, my heart is on its knees. Holy is He, blessed am I, be born in me, be born in me. Trembling heart, somehow I believe that you chose me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment in the middle. Make my heart your Bethlehem. Be born in me. All this time we've waited for the promise. All this time you've waited for my arms. Did you wrap yourself inside the unexpected? That we might know that love would go that far. Be born in me. Be born in me. Trembling heart, somehow I believe that you chose me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment in the middle. Make my heart your Bethlehem. Be born in me. I am not brave. I'll try to be. The only thing my heart can offer is a vacancy. I'm just a girl, nothing more. But I am willing, I am yours. Be born in me. Be born in me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment in the middle. Make my heart your Bethlehem. Be born in me.
Taking in those words, be born in me. I invite you to go and turn within and be present to that Christmas that indeed is being born in you now. You may close your eyes, breathe in and breathe out, and allow yourself to be open to all the qualities of your Christ nature. All that which is good and perfect. For you are the perfect love of Mary. have within you her purity, her gentleness, her kindness, and her sweetness. You are her strength, a strength that is drawn from the power of all good in this loving, supportive universe. You are the loyalty and commitment of Joseph. Your loving power protects all that is precious. Your loving power defends all that is sacred. And your loving power nourishes all that is good. You are also the manger. For with your willing heart, you create sacred moments out of everyday events. For every moment is a miracle. And even in the humblest of circumstances, God expresses through and as you. You are the shepherd's comforting and guiding hand. You are patient as you gently draw wayward thoughts and anxious feelings back to harmony, back in tune with your true nature and being. And as you recognize your true nature and being, you remember that you are the joy of the angel, expressing the peace and happiness that abounds, that is luminous in your eternal oneness with the presence, the power, the love of God. You possess and you are the intuition of the star. It is radiant as you illuminate only the highest good and the truth that is within your heart. We remember the wise men, knowing that you are the wise men, for they symbolize and are with that powerful internal resources that you have. The resource of wisdom, character, and the deep spiritual connection that is the essence of who and what you are. But most importantly, as we honor and celebrate and embody this season, the mass celebration of the Christ, you are reminded that you are the Christ child. You are the highest expression of God in this human form. As the Christ in you, the hope of glory, you are reminded that you are the light. You are the peace. And you are the healing presence that this world is hungering and thirsting for. It is a love that knows no boundaries. In the depths of your being, you can feel that you are born whole and complete this night and every day of your life. You are reminded of the Christ in you, your true identity. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen and amen.
And now we share the Christ light with one another and our world. Will the ushers please come forward?
I invite you to please stand and join in singing Silent Night.
From the point of light within the mind of God, may light stream forth into the minds of all. May light illuminate our earth.
From the point of love within the heart of God, may love stream forth into the hearts of all. May Christ's love return to earth.
From the center where the will of God is known, may purpose guide the wills of all. May we know and serve the will of God.
From the center, which we call the heart of all, may the power of love and light be expressed. May this power of light and love restore God's plan. on earth.
Before you extinguish your candles, please pause to send your heartfelt prayers and Christmas blessings out into the world.
And although we are turning out the outer light, we're reminded that the inner light, the Christ within, the hope of glory, forever shines through each and every one of us. And as we let that light shine, we anchor a little bit more of heaven on earth. And with that, I invite you to join in saying our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Go in peace and have a merry, merry Christmas.